Good evening, everybody. This is Matador from freetradingvideos.com, and I wanted to talk about one of the first things I do at night, which is to tear apart the broad markets before I ever start scanning or doing even any money management work. So tearing apart the broad markets, understanding what they look like so I can better judge the stocks I'm about to scan is very, very helpful because it gives me an eye-catching feature for relative strength and weakness stocks that I'm about to scan for. Alright, so I'm looking at the main page here, a profit chart in Thinkorswim software. It's very, very nice. Very, very helpful piece of software. And here is the spiders. So SPY, and this is today as of January 10th. After a pretty good 8-bar move down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bars in a row down, right into this level of support over here. Not a lot of people who know what they're doing, right, are selling short into that kind of weakness. Moreover, only the very bravest of people would try to catch that falling knife, even though it's unlikely that it will go down many, many bars in a row. It's that weak for a reason. So that's the first thing I would notice, and I would simply compare this guy, the diamonds. You can see that they'd be very, very similar. We can also look at even the Russell 2000. Right, again, or the QQQQs, the NASDAQ ETF. They all look very, very similar after many, many bars down in a row. Not a lot of people willing to sell short into that kind of weakness because it's already down that far. I'm losing a whole bunch of people that are going to sell it short, which is going to cut into the ability of that stock to head further south. So back to the spiders. So I take a quick snapshot of that in my head. I can then compare, let's say, any stock. Let's say take GE for a minute here. So you've got the same highs and lows very often, but now they're trending down much worse. Hardly any rally occurred at all, so it's very quick judge to see that this is much weaker than the broad market. Take something like an Apple in this scenario, and it should be shifted up nicely. Yep, we still have the highs in here, but now you've got 3 nice higher highs instead of 1, 2, 3, 4 lower lows in here and lower highs. So much, much weaker than Apple, in this case, the broad markets are. And this stock is holding up in the face of all that weakness. Doesn't mean it's a good buy right now. It just means it's holding up. That could possibly become a long candidate in the future. And I would do that with every stock that I go through and see how it shapes up compared to those broad markets. Another nice thing we can do is look at the market internals. So let's look at the volatility index. I was actually sitting with a mentoring student today, and this is pretty neat. He made an observation that I hadn't noticed for a while because I hadn't been tearing these apart. But you see how the volatility index has spiked up to about 26 for the last few days. Before that, about 29, 30 area, and before that, way back in August, about the 33 area. So take a quick snapshot of that in your head and compare that to the S&P now. Alright, so the sell-off that occurred and caused a volatility spike in late August there made a nice low and a nice high spike in the volatility. The market has come all the way back now to that level, but the volatility has not spiked up to the same level. So that's a divergence between the volatility index and the broad markets here. So interesting to note that there doesn't seem to be a lot of panic going on, or at least as much. And that was a very, very good observation made by my student. So proud of him for that. And I can then use that information to then decide better how I'm going to judge the other stocks that I trade, like I said. So I hope this is just a quick little video on how to possibly start looking for strength and weakness. Again, a little bit of a review here for some people. Maybe it's new to others, but I hope this is helpful to you as you do your scanning at night. So take care, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well and having a great new year so far, and I'll talk to you soon.